just had this idea. I have a bunch of these books, watercolor books. They're not as high quality as the paper that I normally use for commission, but I bought a bunch of them a while back. So I got a bunch of these books lying around, watercolor paper. I just had this random idea. It's got 30 pages in it. Every time I go to paint a cat unprompted, like not a commission, I'm going to paint it in one of these books and not remove it from the book. And at the end I'll just have a book with 30 cat paintings in it, and maybe I'll auction it off or something like that, or maybe I'll just keep it for my profile or for my resume. What's the word I'm looking here? Portfolio. But it just seems like a fun idea to me to have a book of my paintings already bound and ready to go. So the cat that I'm going to be painting now is just one I happen to see on Reddit. An adorable fluff ball all spread out there on the bed. What do you want? And yeah, just going to paint this as completely for fun. The person who posted this picture doesn't even know I'm painting it yet, although I will post a picture on Reddit when I'm finished. And the nice thing about painting on Reddit for free, unprompted, is it's much more relaxed for me because I don't have to worry about whether I'm getting everything exactly how the customer wants it, because there is no customer. Nobody asked me to do this. So let's see then. I can get rid of this dog statue I put here for the last video. Let's replace it with something else. What do we got here? Where did I even have this? Mystery dog. Let's stick him up here for now, but I guess we'll put a toucan here today. Alright, let's get to it before I waste more time. What's different from normal, when I normally paint the freebies for Reddit, is I usually paint them on the 6x8 paper because it's more cost efficient. So it's rare that I paint a freebie with a larger size paper. This paper isn't bad, I just happen to like the other brand of paper I use better. Let's see here. In fact, I use this type of paper for probably a good 2 years before I switched to the other one. And you can buy this paper at Walmart for like, actually I think the price has gone up last I checked. It's like probably like $11 now for 30 pages. Which isn't bad compared to some other brands, but still too much money to just let sit and collect dust. I may as well do something with it. This girl's name, this girl's nose is peach. Maybe just a hint of pink in there. You know? Maybe I'll dab that in. There we go. It's a little hard to tell from the picture, but I think this is one of those cats. It's got the big old Wilford Brimley mustache going on. It's hard to tell because her fur is just going everywhere, which is part of what makes this particular photo so much fun. That's why I chose it. I tend to paint these paintings I do for Reddit pretty quickly because of the nature of Reddit. An hour from now, the thread might be completely abandoned. So if I paint a cat and I post the painting too late, it might never get seen by anybody, and then I basically just painted for myself, which is fine, but I'd like to at least share it with the people who are enjoying the original photo. Cat is quite the lady. It almost looks like she's wearing a fur coat, big fluffy fur coat, and she's clutching a purse. That's what I should do. I should put a little purse in there, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep it as accurate to the original photo as I can, because people seem to like that. And where the heck is her other paw? I think her other paw is sort of curled up right here. You can barely see it. And then more fluffy furriness down here. There we go. And down lower here, fur is starting to get more light, more brown than black. Still just as fluffy though. You got just a little bit of belly showing down here. I'm calling this one a she just because of this orange spot right here on her face leads me to believe it's a she, because calico cats, or part calico cats, tend to be female, and this isn't technically a calico, I don't think, but has some calico characteristics. There we go. Pretty good. Maybe a little more brown right there. That. And I'm going to say some peachy. You can barely see because it's covered with fur, but I'd say her ears are peachy. And she's got some light green eyes. Actually, one of the eyes almost looks yellow, but So what I'll do, I'll dab it to make it a little less green, and then add a little bit of yellow. And then dab it again. That looks pretty close. Alright, now let's see. I guess I'm going to use a big brush here to put a layer of brown underneath the fur that I'm going to be painting in a moment. And you get some of that brown up here as well, and even all the way up here, along the edges up here. It's almost like she's got a little fur hood. That's a little too much. Go, and some parts are lighter than others, so I'm gonna give her a little bit of a lighter tan brown right here, a little bit right here, a little bit on the cheeks. Most of that's going to get covered up later. Some streaks in there, streaks up here. And we're gonna go like this. Her belly fur is all sorts of frazzle-dazzled. That's looking a real mess right now. That's okay. It'll look better. Can't forget those classic ear tips that a lot of these furry Maine Coon type cats have. And she's got some white there, so I'll just leave that like so. And a little bit of darkness over here. And up here it gets pretty dark. Alright, and then she's got some dark hair or shadowy spots down here. And looks towards her rear. Starts getting a little darker. Alright, at this point I think I need to let it dry a little bit, so I'll be back. Alright, that was a longer break than I planned, but not that you guys could tell. For you, it was only a second. There you go. Give this guy some nostrils, or this girl, and nope, some freckles. There you go. That's actually looking pretty good. I say that as though I'm surprised, but a lot of times I'm in the middle of painting something and I almost think that I should just restart, but the rule is to finish every painting, and I'm often surprised at how well it comes out compared to how I thought it was going at one point or another. There we go. I think I'm going to give this guy a blue background as usual. in the photo, it's kind of just kind of laying on a blue and red and white carpet. So I could add some like red splotches in there, but I don't think I'm going to. Because it might look like, the way she's laying, it might look like she has a head wound if I add red splotches onto the blue carpet. I think that's good for the cat. Now I just gotta add the whiskers. Add some white hairs to the ears here. There we go, and she's got some whiskers like that. As most cats do. And let's see. Of course, I gotta give her a little reflection on her eyes. Somehow that just adds so much personality to cats when you do that. Or any animal, really. And her whiskers. It's hard to tell if this one has any dark whiskers. I think they're mostly white. That looks pretty good. Almost looks like she just has a stray little whisker right here. I'll just add a little tab of white there. And right here is a little bit. Maybe a little tuft right here. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Perfect. Get you a shot of that. Look at that girl. And there's her picture right there. Here's my girl. Here's my other girl. And there she is. Alright, hope you enjoyed the painting.